Welcome back, guys. If you are just joining us, this is INX Prime Live. Remember, we are on your screens every single Monday to Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, we are chatting to someone who's doing phenomenal things, and that is Andrea Dondolo, who is actually a life coach, author, actor, as well as a healer. Now, she's embarking on a remarkable 200-kilometer fundraising walk for the Morals Regeneration Program, which is an initiative set to impact over 100,000 learners across various different communities. The walk themed is actually called Read, Walk, Talk Your Story, is not only a physical journey, but a very important one, fostering resilience, community spirit, as well as personal growth. Now let's explore Andrea's vision for this walk and learn more about her vision for personal transformation. We are actually chatting to her right now. Good evening, Andrea, and welcome to INX Prime Live.
Good evening, and thank you very much for having me.
No, it's such a pleasure chatting to you, and I can see that you definitely have a lot of passion when it comes to this conversation. Now, we know your upcoming 200-kilometer walk is quite an extraordinary challenge. What motivated you to take on this journey, and how does it connect with your broader vision and mission of personal and community resilience?
What inspired me and spurred me on to take on this journey is an oath that I took in 1986. I come from the background of Girl Guides, and part of what we were taught is to always be ready and to honor your country and your people, doing what is best for your community. So the project is about encouraging active citizenship, because you can't always be sitting and waiting for other people to do things. We must be the catalysts of change. We must be the ones who assist our communities, our nation as a whole, to return back to its core, to its truest form. So that is why I decided to embark on this journey. And as well, if you look at it, it speaks about resilience. Resilience is something that we all need, but you don't just get it, you need to work on it. So for me, the 200 kilometers actually speaks to that. That is your mental resilience, it's your spiritual and your physical resilience. Because a lot of people are asking me, Andrea, look at you, 200 kilometers, we don't think you are fit enough for that. But I'm like, hey, this is mind over matter. So it is inspired by working for the community, with the community, to achieve great things, making sure that we become active citizens, we inspire change, and we aspire to ensure that all these things that we believe in, we mold them so that they become a legacy for those who come after us, our children, even for ourselves, because we also need the motivation, we need the transformation. So in order for you to inspire change, you have to be the change. You have to take on the challenges that you thought you could never take on. But when you conquer, then you don't only conquer for yourself, you become a beacon of hope.
No, I love that. And I can hear the ambition and passion in your voice without a doubt. I just want to come back to the theme of this walk. And I know that walking 200 kilometers is not really easy at all. But like you said, you're just going to do it because it's important to get it done. But let's talk about that actual hashtag, and it is quite an important, it is Read, Walk, Talk Your Story. Now, could you explain what this theme means to you and how it reflects the goals of your walk?
I am an author. And as an author, I decided that instead of me going out there and saying to people, donate to the cause, I would rather people actually understand that this is a journey. This is something that we must all partake in. So instead of going out and saying, just plant your money, I'm saying, as an author, I have books. And especially this month, it's Heritage Month, I've got a book that I wrote that is called Ancestral Memories. And this book is meant to speak to the heritage and our legacy as a people. We have a legacy of Ubuntu, I am because we are. So the hashtag Read, Walk, Talk Your Story is about encouraging people to read books, to write books, to explore their stories. While I'm working, there is a lot that is going to be going through my mind that I'm going to be discovering. We've got different pit stops. We've got Whittlesea, we've got Queenstown, we've got Cathcart, we've got Stadarem, and we've got East London. And in those spaces, we are going to be interacting with people, including schools and community groups, where we're going to be exploring their stories as well, encouraging them to understand who they are. Because if you don't know your story, you cannot expect that you will know the next person's story better. You must first begin with yourself. It's about you going inside. So read the book, walking the mile to achieve the goals that we want to achieve, and making sure that we explore and share. This is the golden thread that needs everybody to partake in, and we must make sure that we weave it together.
That sounds amazing. I just want to talk also about the proceedings on the actual day of the walk. Now, you will be inviting participants to join you for parts of the walk and engage in storytelling, like you did mention, but as well as writing workshops. What role does storytelling play in fostering resilience as well as community connection? Because I know you're very big on that.
I come from a background of sitting with my grandparents around a fire and being told stories. But what was beautiful with my grandparents, they would turn it around and say, we must tell stories. So the storytelling is very important, because a nation that does not know its story, a nation that does not have a story, a nation that does not mold stories, a nation that does not build itself on the foundation of stories is an empty vessel. Therefore, it's important for people to understand that storytelling is, when I was growing up, it was used as a tool for discipline. It's a tool to teach you resilience. It's a tool to teach you to overcome in life. Storytelling is a very big part. Whether you are singing your story, whether you are writing a true poetry, whether it's just straight out storytelling, you must tell that story and you must know your story. Confidence, resilience begins with you knowing who you are. When you say, I am Andrea Dondolo, in my head, I am saying, I am the Andrea Dondolo. And what forms the? It's all these different elements that have built me to be this person that I am today, who knows that I cannot be like an island. I belong to a community. I am part of a people. I am part of a nation. Therefore, being patriotic about using storytelling to heal. Stories will heal you. When you talk about your traumas, for instance, the book that I have written, there are poems there. For instance, there's a poem about remothering yourself, healing trauma between mother and daughter, mother and son, father and son. So all these different elements, they are part of storytelling. And for as long as you have a voice, as long as you have a mind, as long as you have a heart, then it is where you begin by telling your stories. They don't have to be complicated. It just has to be simple. Any story can flow, but you just have to apply yourself and be present and mindful of what you are doing with that story.
Yeah, and I think the more it resonates with people, the more impact that it will actually have. I want to touch on something that is very important and core elements of this initiative as well. I mean, mental health and personal transformation are definitely two of those, core elements of this initiative. How do you hope this walk will raise awareness around these specific critical issues?
I'm hoping that the walk will impact people in different ways. For instance, when you're talking about healing in an organic way, there are people who are stuck in their beds because they are ill from different things, whether it's mental illness, whether it's heartache and heartbreak. So when people are working with those, it's important for them to know that we have to weave this story so that it can move. And your mental health, while you are sleeping in that bed, you can dedicate and say, Andrea, you can write to us and say, Andrea, please walk a mile for me, because that is how these walks work, where somebody will say, I'm buying 5 kilometers for 5,000 friends. Walk, dedicate that time to me. And while I am walking with those people who are supporting me on the walk, I am totally focused on making sure that I am healing the person through their story and unraveling things for them. So as I am walking, I don't only carry that which is only mine, but this is a vision quest, and I don't only carry my vision, it's a vision for other people as well.
No, I love that vision, without a doubt. Just want to touch back on, the importance of this walk in a holistic perspective. I mean, this walk also serves as a fundraiser for the Back to My Roots Moral Regeneration Roadshow. Now, can you tell us more about this program and also how the funds raised will actually support it?
Actually, the Back to My Roots Moral Regeneration Program is a program I used to do. I think it's been running for 15 years, because every time I would come home, people would say, "Oh, you're home? Okay, come and talk to our children in one of the schools." So that is where then I decided to actually now develop it so that it's a formal program that one can even present to the Department of Education, have different stakeholders coming together and making sure that we impact communities. So while one is doing it, when I used to do it before, I was using my own funds. Hence now I decided, let me go out to the community, because this is not only just mine. If you are aiming at impacting 100,000, I mean, this program has a national footprint. It's not only located in the Eastern Cape. Yes, this is the base, because mainly I'm in the Eastern Cape, but it's going to impact different communities. Therefore, the vision is big, and everybody and anybody can come and be part of this vision.
No, I love that. I just want to go back to you walking. I mean, walking 200 kilometers over 11 days is crazy. It's both physically and mentally demanding. How are you preparing for this journey, and what keeps you motivated through the tough moments?
Knowing that there are young people out there who appreciate the program. Once I was in Soweto, and there was this school I was doing the coaching at, and I walked in, and there was this board where they wrote, "Welcome, big sister, Coach Andrea Dondolo." The big sister hit hard. It made me say, I really want to do this, to continue doing it. So it's from my heart. It hits really deep.
I love that. I love that. I know that this walk also serves as a platform for community engagement, and you're so big on the concept of exactly that community engagement. How do you plan to involve local communities along the route? And what are your hopes for the conversations and also connections that will emerge from this event?
Well, as you asked me before about my inspiration and the walk, energy flows. And when you send out something to the universe, a message to the universe saying, "Universe, carry me through this journey," then the universe does everything. We've got a couple of stakeholders that we've been meeting with, so much that I've got an amazing story of resilience that happened today, where I woke up and I've been sending emails and inviting different stakeholders to be part of the program. And one of my Achilles tendons was actually the issue of a spotter car. I woke up today and I just walked into different dealerships. And one of them, hardly an hour, they came through for us. They said, "We'll give you the car." And for me, already the testimony is beginning. So we are working also, we've got Enoch Mgijima municipality. They've been very helpful. We're even having a meeting on the 10th where we're going to be engaging more, now finalizing everything. We've got Kirsten Volkswagen Queenstown who has come on board and said, "We are going to support you." We've got different people. Of course, we still need more stakeholders because there's still a lot of resources that we need to get. But what we told ourselves is that just because all the resources we need are not there, first of all, when we decided, or when I decided that I wanted to do this walk, there was no one else. I was alone. And if it means that I will walk and then people will meet me along the way, that is good as well. So there are different stakeholders, and some of the municipality as well. We have contacted them. It's been a bit tricky, but when you're starting something and it's the first time you're doing it, some people literally look at you. I've walked into offices and someone looks at me and is like, "Andrea, look at you and your weight. Do you think you will manage to do this?" Sometimes people look at that not understanding that I'm a life coach, I'm a healer, I meditate. There is a lot. I went through a spiritual journey that taught me so much about connecting with yourself and having ways of working through. I've been training. Yesterday, I was reminded that I've already walked over 300 kilometers already in training. So I've been working. And of course, as you are preparing, there's a lot of things that you will encounter. But hey, that is why it's called a journey. It's a walk. It's not a destination. It's a journey. And of course, we are inviting people to come and partner with us. We are open to those because we have a target. The target is that by the end of this walk, I would have sold 5,000 copies of my books that then will go to the programs and then through the schools, because it's about 40 to 80 different schools that we are going to be partaking on this program. Of course, there is an NPO that we are raising the funds for, which is called Kailicha Arts Leadership Academy. So through them, then they are going to be making sure that the program, together with me, we will make sure that then we do the program. And of course, we are talking creating jobs as well and training people, to upskill them. So there is a lot. And even the conversations that are going to be happening, we believe that they will be bricks that will go towards nation building, and we will all grow together.
That sounds very, very exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be super excited. Just in closing, before we do let you go, looking beyond the walk, what's next for you in terms of your community work, writing, as well as life coaching?
There is a lot. As I said, this program is actually magical, and it's a legacy program. So we're not only going to do the walk now this year and it ends there. Every year we're going to have it. We're going to even include retreats. There's a lot that is going to be happening. This year I've released actually 4 books, but I'm pushing the Ancestral Memories book towards this, and they've got different themes. People can go and look at my website where they will find the information about the books, and even we've got a Facebook page that is aptly named after the walk itself. It's called the Andrea Dondolo 200-kilometer Resilience Walk. So one can find information there. And we even have our website. It's called Bukhosini Basembo Creatives. And if people go to our page, of course, they will find it. And I'm on socials. People can connect with me. Please, we invite you to come and be part of this. We are going to impact people.
I love it. And I'm sure a lot of people will definitely get into contact with you. And just before we let you go, though, you are a life coach and you are someone who wants to inspire an entire generation as well. What advice do you have for the young people and the youth of South Africa? There's a huge unemployment rate in South Africa, but there's also a lot of ambitious and passionate people just like you with the same mindset. What advice do you have for those young people?
The advice that I have is that if you sit, your energy sits. But if you move, keep yourself busy. Look out for opportunities. The internet is full of ways to make a living. Connect with people. Network. I know we all love our space, but hey, come on, connect with people. When you see me on the road, join the walk. You never know what you might walk away with. Just connect with people. Don't use your social media only for, being destructive. Build yourself. These are resources. You need to understand that you have to be economical about your energy, be assertive and intentional about everything that you do. I want to repeat that one. Be assertive and intentional about what you do. Your thoughts, your words, measure everything. Make sure that whatever you do impacts you positively, because the universe and life is a boomerang. Whatever you send out there comes back threefold, and you must make sure that when the returns come, they are good.
Such a powerhouse. And thank you so much for joining us this evening on INX Prime Live.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Pleasure.
You're most welcome. That is Andrea Dondolo, who is actually a life coach. She's an actor, an actress, an author, as well as a healer. And she just shared with us the importance of this fundraising walk that she is going to be doing. 200 kilometers over 11 days. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's all for a good cause. So we're in full support of her and anything else that she does to be able to inspire this generation. But guys, on that note, we are going to take a quick ad break. We'll come right back.